Getting ready to start the second half. Railers with Cannon, Hollinger, Kirby, Grunder, and Bowers on the floor. Starters on the floor for Glenwood: Ballman, Price, Aheron, Vogler, and Hanlon. And Glenwood with the basketball moving left to right. Start of the third quarter, we're tied at 8. Ballman. Top of the key to Vogler, now on the right side, down to Hanlon. They dump it down low, back to Aheron. Ballman. And I'm pretty sure we're not going to see too much different offensively from Glenwood than what we saw in the first 16 minutes. Driving the baseline, got by, missed it. Looked like there was a travel there.
Yeah.
It was knocked out of bounds, so it's going to go to the Railers, but they grabbed the rebound and took a few steps.
Yeah, it took a few steps, threw the ball up. It's going to be Lincoln ball, though. Glenwood not as patient that time as they were to start the game, and maybe trying to look to get something started, but we'll see what Lincoln can do on their first possession of the second half.
Well, we'd like to see maybe Lincoln run off a back door or something as aggressive as they're playing.
Yeah, see Isaiah get to the rim a little bit more, maybe to open up those outside shooters.
Minute gone by, Bowers to Cannon. Titus is going to drive in, bounce over to Nolan. Hollinger hangs on the right side, back out to Bowers. Bowers with the move, top of the key to Bryson. Bryson top of the key over to Nolan. He's open, high arcing three, back rim, no. Grunder got away with a little bit of a push off.
Yeah, he did.
Got the rebound, lays it up and in.
Yeah, Grunder did get away with a little bit of a push, but was able to get the rebound and kind of get it swatted away, went towards the basket. He picked it up, laid it in, and Lincoln takes a 2-point lead.
And you know, he went up with attitude.
Got too deep.
Underneath, and Bryson going to get whistled for the hack as Price drove the lane.
Got too deep there. I don't know where our back was there, but Price was able to get a little deep on our defense, and Bryson's going to be called for the foul, and Price is going to be shooting too.
6'3" sophomore misses the first for Bryson. Now he joins Bowers and Morris on the Railers with 2 fouls. 6:24 to go. Lincoln with a 10-8 lead. Second one up. And that one's going to be good. And then I think
get Vogler with something.
So we count the free throw. Free throw is good by Price. And
that's
then
his third, right?
Then
or no, they're getting number. Yeah,
yep.
Vogler, his third.
So they get a point, but they also pick up a foul, and now the first player in foul trouble tonight, Vogler has 3 for Glenwood. 6:15 to go. Railers on top, 10-9. Third quarter of action. Titus near side to Hollinger. Nolan between the circles to Bowers. On the right side to Kirby in front of the Railer bench. Cannon to Hollinger, back to Titus. Titus going to drive in. Back up to Hollinger.
He may have got away with a little bit of a travel, but he also got pushed.
Isaiah back out to Cannon. Now to Nolan. Nolan's open for 3 on the way. Back rim, no. Isaiah the rebound. Isaiah run out. Lays it up off the glass.
Oh, it's not a goaltend? He had his hand on the net and pulled it down when Bowers went up.
And if you look, the net is still twisted under the basket.
I don't know how you can miss that.
So the Railers get it back. 5.5 to go. In the corner to Grunder. Grunder. Nice strong move again. A little fade away.
Got
and
it.
Roll
Got
good.
the roll. Grunder with a nice little drive to the basket. Pulled back up. Just like he did in the first quarter, Jeff. Was able to create a little bit of distance and got the roll.
Grunder now with 6. The Railer lead is 12-9. Hard to say it's their largest lead of the night, but it is.
Coach Blakeman telling his kids when they're cutting not to stop. They're not going all the way through, which is something that we don't have to worry about because, you know, when our kids are cutting and moving.
Glenwood. Price had a look at the 3 from the top of the key, but Titus closed on him quickly. 4:45 to go in the third. Lincoln Glenwood, another low-scoring affair. Lincoln on top, 12-9. Hanlon on top to Vogler. Ballman down to Price. Cutting in the lane is Ballman. Nice job by the defense for the Railers.
Good job by Grunder holding his ground, getting big, getting his arms up.
Ballman lobs back out to Vogler. Now to Aheron. 3 from the right side is up and good. That's Will Hanlon. That ties it at 12. Halfway through quarter number 3. Oh, and a bad pass. Titus tried to hang on to it. Titus is the one that dropped it, but the pass from Hollinger was right at his shins, and Titus couldn't hang on to that one.
No, yeah, it was a bad pass. Just wasn't able to handle it. Got to take care of the ball.
So in the alternating possession, it'll stay with the Railers. 4:01 to go. Bryson inbound just to our left. Gets it to Grunder, now to Cannon. Zach Morris back in for the Railers, replacing Hollinger. Right side to Isaiah. He'll think about a 3.
There. Oh, man.
Spun out again.
Yeah, looked good. Spun out. Just can't get anything to fall.
Hansbrough gets the handoff from Aheron. Pass is tipped by Grunder. Goes out of bounds in front of the Glenwood bench. So it'll stay to the Titans.
Great defense by Grunder, able to tip that away. Just couldn't gather it. And remain with the Titans.
Still looking to inbound. And a timeout taken by Coach Blakeman just before a 5 count. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. 3:40 to go in the third, tied at 12. We want to thank Rickham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln IGA, Lincoln College, Denise Costello's Salon 416, located at 416 Holly Drive, and Gary's Drywall Finishing, Painting, and Power Washing for sponsoring Railer basketball. Well, we haven't seen much in the way of offense. We were tied at 8. Each team with only 4 here in the third. We're tied at 12.
Tied at 12, and boy, I'm hoping we get to 20. We're over halfway through the third, and 12 points, and we knew it was going to be this way from the get-go. But you always were hoping for more offense, and it just isn't any right now.
After the timeout by Glenwood, they inbound into the front court. Hansborough holds over to Price, now on top to Ballman. 3.5 to go, third quarter. Aheron over to Ballman. Ballman back up to Hansborough. Price. And both teams very content to play this slow down style. It doesn't seem like one team feels like they're being pressured into slowing it down more than they want to.
Right, and not a whole lot of stuff going underneath the basket. It's all out around the perimeter.
3 minutes left in the third. Aheron to Ballman on the left side. Aheron down the lane, makes a move, hits the side of the backboard with the shot, but a foul's called from the outside official. Foul's going to go against Zach Morris for Zach, his second team foul, and it'll be 2 more free throws for Aheron. He is 0 of 1 from the line earlier tonight. Free throw on the way is up, and that one looked a lot better than his first one. 2:52 to go. Glenwood with a 13-12 lead. Second from the lefty on the way, front of the rim. No, ball tipped out, and Ballman comes down with it.
Got to grab that rebound. Went through 3 people's hands, right back to the Titans.
So the Titans, after they missed the second one, ball batted around, but it ends up with Glenwood. Hansbrough on top to Hanlon. Oh, Grunder got in the way, tipped it away, and Grunder did a nice job of tipping it off Hansbrough.
Yeah, and then sold it to the ref, and great defense by Grunder again.
Missed opportunities for each team with 2:20 to go in the third. Railers a chance to get the lead back. Bowers on top to Grunder. So we got a foul underneath on Glenwood. That foul will go against Aheron on a hold. That'll be his first. 2:12 to go. Second on Glenwood. Kirby looking, still looking. Need somebody to move. They get it out to Cannon. Grunder going to drive the lane as it clears out. Went to take a shot. It was tipped out of his hand. Goes back over to Bowers, who hits the baseline jumper.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you call anything right there? Obviously, they did kind of had it hit out of his hand, so it wasn't really a travel.
And I'm not sure that his pivot foot left the floor.
Yeah, I mean, you could have called a foul, you know, if you want to look at it that way.
Hey, we'll take it. We got the lead at 14-13. 1.5 in the third. Down in the corner, back on top to Vogler. Ballman to Aheron.
See, I'd chase Hansborough, Hansborough down in that corner and trap him hard. He's only 5'7".
And a freshman. Aheron back out to Ballman. We're down to a minute to go in the third. Lincoln up 14-13. You know, one thing it looks like, Glenwood's made one tonight. They sure don't look for a lot of threes. Ballman gets by the defense, lays it up and in.
Yeah, he got the defense sleeping a little bit right there, and they were able to get past, and a nice, easy layup.
45 seconds to go. Glenwood on top, 15-14. Kirby. Bowers. We're down to 30 seconds, so again, you look for the Railers to hold for one.
Just hold it out there. I mean,
oh, the ball tipped away. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Glenwood.
If they're not going to come out and play defense on it, just hold it. Let the time run down.
So now keep possession here because Glenwood up one with the ball, and they start the quarter in the fourth with it. And a timeout taken again by Glenwood to save a possession. It's a full timeout. We'll take time with them. 11.6 to go in the third. Lincoln trails 15-14. Back in a moment with more Lincoln Railer basketball. 11.6 to go. Scott in the third. Glenwood with a 1-point lead. They've got the ball. As we said, they're going to start the fourth quarter with the basketball. So in a game that only has 29 points through 3 quarters, every point is critical.
Every point is critical. Every ball possession is critical. It's going to come down to the wire. But our defense has to really step it up right here and keep Glenwood.
Ballman with it inbounds near the timeline, down to 5 to 4. 3 on the way. It's partially blocked, and a foul is going to be whistled on Bryson Kirby. Bryson's reaction.
Horrible call. He didn't blow his whistle until the ball didn't even reach the rim. I mean, it's not a good foul, but it's also not a good call.
So Bryson with his third. Hanlon will go to the line shooting 3 with 2.6 to go. Hanlon's first on the way is good. I also saw one of the officials talking to Aheron because he was clapping and kind of going toward Bryson and clapping. I think the official was reminding him that, you know, that's not really a smart way to do things.
No, and that's not what you want right there, fouling a three-point shooter. It's just, that could be the game changer right there.
Second one good. It's 17-14, 2.6 to go. Third, missed it, rebound to Bryson. Bryson three-quarter court on the way. It's not going to go down. At the end of 3, Glenwood 17, Lincoln 14. Back with the fourth in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer basketball. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Chatham Glenwood will have the basketball, and Scott, they will put it in play with a 3-point lead. And it's just been sloppy tonight.
Yeah, it has. No rhythm. Look for Glenwood just try to take the air out of the ball right now. You know, I don't think there's been much bigger than a 3-point lead, maybe 4. But you know, it's going to come down to the wire. It's only down by 3, so the foul on the three-pointer didn't hurt us all that much. But, you know, we got to get the ball. We got to find some offense.
Grunder, Cannon, Bowers, Morris, Kirby on the floor for the Railers. Both Bryson Kirby and Zach Morris, each with 3 fouls for Lincoln. Aheron back out to Hanlon. Boy, in a game like this, Scott, where You know, just looking, Lincoln's biggest lead was 3. This is Glenwood's biggest lead. Oh, they try to get it underneath, and Grunder steps in the way for the interception. A 3-point lead seems like 9 or 10.
Yeah, it does. And, you know, we really need something right here, Jeff. This is a key possession for Lincoln, just to get a little bit of confidence back.
Grunder holding. Now over to Cannon in front of us. Back over to Isaiah. 3 on the way. Front of the rim, no. Rebound to Glenwood.
Yep, just couldn't get that to go. Had a good look.
Already just 6.5 to go in the contest. Hanlon to Price. Now to Ballman. Chatham Glenwood running this patient offense very well. Hansborough, they move it around quickly to Ahearn. Back on top to Price. A 3-point lead for Glenwood as we hit 6 minutes to go, 17-14.
See if Titus can step over and grab one of those passes, outlet passes back up top after we trap down the corner. Because they're not real crisp passes, just kind of lazy just to get it out of there.
You know, and this certainly isn't questioning conditioning, but doing all this chasing, you know, fatigue has to set in at some point. Oh, and out of bounds. Good job by Isaiah as Price was going to drive the baseline. Isaiah slid over, lost it out of bounds. So, again, Railers forced the turnover, but it's this end that's been the problem.
Yeah, it's no offense. Great defense, but just no rhythm on offense.
Morris on the left wing. Bryson for 3 on the way. We're tied.
There we go. Bryson there. Good pick. Got some good screens. Able to free him open. Ties the game up.
Bryson with 8. Tied at 17. Five minutes left in this one. And
yeah, there we go.
Ballman was standing right in front of the Glenwood bench, and he looked to make a jab step, and when he did, he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. Home court. Doesn't know how where he's at on the court. Unforced turnover, and just under 5 minutes to go. Let's see if Lincoln can take the lead back.
4:58. Titus Cannon will walk the dribble into the front court as the Railers look to get the lead back on a Friday night. Cannon goes by Hansbrough. Nice blocking foul. Thought Titus might actually go up for a shot, but a foul's going to be whistled on Glenwood, and that foul will go against Hansbrough. That'll be his first.
And they ran the same play before that, Jeff, where Bryson was open on the wing from the 3. This time, Titus kept it and tried to get in, but drew the foul.
It certainly doesn't look like Hansbrough's shown a way that he can stop Cannon on that drive.
No, and Cannon's just a little bit bigger, quicker, a little more experience. With Hansbrough just being a freshman, 5'7".
Then 13-footer doesn't get the roll.
It's a good shot, a good look, just couldn't get the roll. You know, it's a high percentage shot, and, you know, Ben usually makes those, but just couldn't get that one to fall.
4:15 to go, tied at 17, fourth quarter of action. Hansbrough now over to Vogler, to Ballman. Ballman, their leading scorer tonight. He has 6. Bryson leads the way for the Railers. Bryson with 8. Hanlon and Hansbrough play catch above the volleyball line. Now over to Ballman on the far side. Ballman back on top to Ahearn. Vogler on top to Hansbrough. 3:40 to go.
Trap that hard.
Right side. Now back on top to Ballman. They've run it down to 3:20. On top to Ahearn. You just have to believe, as good as the Railer traps have been recently, Scott, one of these times they're going to get a trap, and somebody's going to try and get out of that with a pass, and somebody's going to make a steal.
Yeah, and you know, Grunder's had a few of them tonight, and
we're under 3 minutes, tied at 17 in the fourth. Glenwood came in at 7 and 10. Railers 11 and 5.
Glenwood holding for the last shot. They're not even looking at the rim.
Right side to Ballman. Almost lost the dribble on the sideline. Picks back up. They work it back now to Hansborough. And right now, nothing going to the basket. Everything on the perimeter.
Yeah, and you know.
And then a foul is going to be whistled on the Railers as Hansborough tried to make a move down the lane.
And the problem with that is everything on the perimeter, you know, the guys underneath have to stay on their toes. You know, you can't fall asleep. So that's when you get that back door, easy layup.
Coach Alexander gets the officials' attention. He's going to call a timeout. 2:14 left in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 17. They're taking time. We'll take it with them and be back with Lincoln Railer basketball. Some more thanks goes out for sponsoring Railer basketball, the Lincoln Park District, Grimaldi Law Office, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Shelter Insurance Agent Corey Leonard, and Stacy's Family Pharmacy. And Scott, they've had it with since over 4 minutes to go, and right now it was kind of joking, but they may be looking to hold for one.
Yeah, and you know, it's just been that type of game all night, Jeff, both ways, and you know, it could come down to the last possession. Tied at 17. I'd just like to see a forced turnover right here, which
on the floor for the Railers.
Just about had it right there.
Bowers, Morris, Kirby, Grunder, and Cannon. Ball loose, flipped out of bounds, and who was the last to touch it? Was it Bryson?
Yeah, it went off his leg, hit it off the leg of Titans, and it's going to be Railer ball.
Nice hustle by Bryson, getting down and dirty on the floor and knocking it away. Coach Blakeman's right in the ear of the official, not sure about that one, but the Railers get that turnover we needed, and now we got to get a score.
Yeah, now a big score. And that changes, if we can get a score here, that changes the mentality of Glenwood, where they can't necessarily hold on to the ball, you know, being down, but first things first, we got to score a bucket right here.
Bowers on the right side, on top to Cannon. Grunder, far side to Isaiah. Isaiah hands to Bryson, now on the right side to Cannon, under a minute and a half.
Watch a little back door right here.
Titus will back to dribble now near side to Grunder. Man-to-man by the Titans. It's giving the Railers a lot of fits here tonight.
There we go, just hold it, make them come out. You know, if they're not going to come out, don't make that silly pass.
We're tied at 17 in the fourth. We're down to a minute.
There they go. Now Greg's telling them to hold it and make them come out, run some offense.
Bowers on the near side to Grunder.
There's a foul right there.
Foul on A. Heron, and that's his second, fourth team foul. Maybe strategy from Coach Blakeman. See if you can reach in there and they don't call it and you get a tip away.
Put out, yeah. Gonna call a timeout.
Again, timeout taken by Glenwood. We'll take it with them and be back. 51 seconds to go, tied at 17. This is Lincoln Railer basketball. Thanks again to some of the sponsors of Railer basketball, including Connect Construction, Lincoln Dare and Officer Christy Fugere, the Eden Corporation, Lincoln Printers, Stuffed Aria Pizza. Before and after the game, it's Stuffed Aria Pizza. 51 seconds to go. Lincoln the basketball tied at 17. Do you hold for one or look for the first available?
Well, I say we're not really good on closing out quarters. Maybe run it down to about 15 seconds, call a timeout, and set something up. But we'll see what Coach Al has planned. But just mainly right now, take care of the ball for 30 seconds. And, you know, they're going to come out being aggressive.
Morris has picked up his dribble and foul's whistled on Price. That's his first 15 foul. So they got one more to give.
Another thing to consider, we've been struggling from the line, and I'm sure Glenwood knows that. But, boy, it's just coming down. You can't really even predict. It's just been a 17-point game the whole night.
35 seconds to go. Kirby to Grunder. Grunder back on top to Bowers, who holds at the timeline. Kirby now to Cannon. Grunder on the left wing. We're down to 20 seconds. Coach Al calls timeout.
Did I call that or what? I need a little pat on the back, Lloyd. Come on. Thank you.
18.6 to go, tied at 17. We'll keep it here during this timeout. And Scott, what have you seen tonight that in the first 31 minutes and 42 seconds has worked enough so the Railers can go to that here for the last shot?
Well, they're going to be keying on Isaiah. They're going to be keying on Bryson, obviously, around the three-point line. Maybe look for Grunder underneath or something, or maybe get Nolan Hollinger on the backside because he's pretty good around the rim. I don't even know if Nolan's even in the game right now. But I don't know. It's got to be something off the wall because they're going to be keying on our scores like they have been all night.
So the Railers have 4 team fouls. If you, we've noticed a lot with the Railers where they'll take that last second shot with 2 or 3 seconds to go. I think you look to go with about 5 or 6 to give yourself a chance for a rebound if you need it.
Yeah, or you give them the opportunity to get the ball to rebound and get down for something quick. I don't know. They've been doing this a lot longer than I have, and we'll see what they draw up here.
Here we go, 18.6 to go. See if we can win this in regulation, but first another timeout from Glenwood. Just a 30, so we will keep it here. Again, we'll remind everybody that no Railer basketball tomorrow night, postponed due to the weather. Next week, the schedule: Tuesday at Rochester against Rochester, Wednesday at home against MacArthur, Friday at home against Jacksonville, and then Saturday on the road at Rochester taking on Eisenhower. And there will be a quiz tomorrow on cheat sheets.
There will be, and Lloyd, I hope you have the answers because I'll forget. That's just too much thinking right there. That's kind of wacky playing Eisenhower at Rochester just because of the city tournament. Now they call it the Central State 8 non-city tournament. And
so if you're Glenwood, do you immediately go for the steal, and if you pick up a foul, it's no big deal because it's your sixth, and if you tip it away, you get yourself an easy one?
Yeah, you can be aggressive right here.
Here we go. Bryson inbounds out to Titus. Titus in the backcourt. Cannon brings it into the front court. Timeout taken by Coach Alexander. Comes near side to get the inbounds going. Morris, Bowers, Grunder, Cannon join him on the floor. They get it to Titus in the backcourt. Titus on the dribble. We're down to 9. Over on the right side to Isaiah. Isaiah makes a move. Throws it up off the glass. No good. Ball tipped around. It's loose. Three-quarter court on the way. And we are going to overtime.
Yeah, Isaiah got to the rim, just kind of a little off balance. Wasn't able to square up to the rim to get a good shot off. And we are going to overtime, 17-17.
Seems fitting, tied at 17. Back with overtime in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Free basketball on a Friday night. We're going to a 4-minute overtime here from Chatham. Tied at 17. Railers had a look at the end, but Isaiah's runner down the baseline did not go down, and Glenwood, their rebound really didn't have much of an opportunity on their three-quarter court shot. So Glenwood held scoreless in the fourth quarter, and we're here for overtime.
Overtime, would you expect anything less? Overtime and only 17 points apiece. Usually you go in overtime, you're up well over 50 points, but a low-scoring game. We knew it from the get-go. It probably would be. It is.
Usually your high score has 17 at this point.
Yeah.
Opening tip is controlled by Glenwood. Ahearn wins the tip. It's back to Hansgrohe. And it's tipped away and almost stolen by the Railers. And then Titus is going to get whistled for a foul as he almost tipped away. One of the Glenwood players fell right in front of the broadcast position here. Titus picks up his first, 5th team foul. Titus almost had that steal clean. Yeah,
that was a good trap right there. The ball was loose. Titus went to get it and just a little too over-aggressive and picked up the foul. Both teams now with 5 personal fouls.
Over to Hansgrohe.
Right there's where you want to trap.
Back on top to Ahearn. Now to Ballman. Price over to Ahearn, down in the corner to Ballman. Pass tip, Hansgrohe comes in, goes down the lane, floats it over the corner. 3 is on the way. It's off no good, but the rebound comes right back to him. He goes up, lays it up and in, and he's fouled. Foul on Isaiah Bowers, his 3rd, but the key of that is Price rebounds his own miss.
Second chance shots will hurt you.
Free throw up and good. It's 20-17 with 3:10 to go in overtime. Isaiah top of the key. He's going to drive the left side of the lane, floats it up. That won't go down, but I think Isaiah's going to go to the line and he'll be shooting 2.
Yes, he will, and these are some key free throws right here, Jeff. Down by 3, 3 minutes to go. We know what Chatham's going to do when they get the ball. They're going to work the clock. We said it before. Every point counts at this stage in the game.
Isaiah's free throw off the front of the rim. And we also noticed after the miss, he kind of turned away and is shaking his right wrist and hand. I don't know if he fell on it when he got knocked down here. Second one, in and out.
In and out. Missed both of them.
Rebound down to Glenwood, double team. And a timeout given to Glenwood as they were just about ready to turn it over. There was a trap right in front of us. 2:51 to go. And again, Glenwood with the lead at 20-17. 2:51 and the basketball. We'll keep it here. But boy, Scott, that rebound was just a killer there because he missed a 3, and he missed it so badly off the front of the rim that he was able to come around, grab the rebound, and what they've done all night is pull it back out. He went back in, laid it up, and then he got fouled.
And like we said, second chance points, you got to keep them off the boards. Easier said than done. It just took a bounce towards their way. We weren't going to the ball. He was able to get it, put it back up, get fouled, and they're the first ones to 20. So hopefully your statement doesn't hold true. But right now we got to play tough D. We got to force turnovers as they try to work the ball, which we've done tonight, and just about did right there. But they were able to call a timeout just in time.
Both teams in the bonus, both with 16 fouls. It'll be Hanlon to inbound for Glenwood. Looking, gets it in to, gets it into Ahearn. He stepped over the timeline.
All right, there's a turnover we needed.
So yeah, the Railers did a nice job of letting him catch it where he did, and he took a step back and stepped right on the timeline. Even we could call that one.
Yeah.
2:40 to go. Railers down 3 in overtime. Morris pops out between the circles. Now to Cannon. Here comes Bryson around on the right side. Bryson fires it up on the way. Didn't go, but he went down and he's fouled. And Bryson will go to the line, a chance to tie it from the line with 3 free throws.
Well, he did it to them the first half or third quarter or whenever it was. I don't know. It seemed like a long time ago. And now See if he can nail these free throws to tie it back up.
Bryson on the way. First one, front of the rim, though.
Got to make our free throws. We've struggled all year long.
0 for 3 from the line in overtime now. Bryson with 8 on the night. Second one, that one good. Makes it 20-18. So make or miss, Glenwood will have the basketball unless the Railers can get a rebound and have the lead. On the way, no. Rebound to Ahern. 20-18. Kick it over to Ballman. Hands back to Hansbrough.
Trap that right there.
Hansbrough kicks it back out to Ballman. And a foul is going to be whistled on Titus.
It's a ticky-tack foul right there. Titus maybe got him with a little elbow, but I've seen a lot worse that wasn't called tonight.
2:18 to go, 20-18 the score. Ballman at the line shooting 1 and bonus. Ballman, the 6'2 junior. It's on the way, and he made it. 21-18. Well, right now, Scott, Glenwood just 2 of 2 from the line here in overtime. Lincoln 1 of 5.
1 of 5, and free throws can win you games, and free throws can lose you games.
Makes them both. 22-18, biggest lead of the night for either team.
Still a lot of time. You don't necessarily need a 3 right here. We'll get something to the rim.
Isaiah drives in. Morris out to Isaiah, now back in the corner. Back on top to Grunder. Under 2 minutes to go. Bowers watched by Ballman. Isaiah's going to drive the lane. Take it up strong. No. Cut off there by Ballman. Timeout taken by the Railers. I think Isaiah was in the lane, and so the Railers save a possession with that timeout.
Yeah, I was able to get to the lane, but Glenwood able to step over and get in front of him, and Coach Al has to call a timeout so we can retain possession here with 1:50 to go. We're down by 4. Said it before, I'll say it again, huge possession right here. We have to have some points here.
Ballman, the scoring leader for Glenwood, he has 8. Bryson leads Lincoln with 9. Glenwood with only 3 made baskets since halftime.
Well, you got to take care. You got to take advantage of opportunities. If you only have 3 made baskets in halftime, you'd think Lincoln's up by, 20, but that's just not the case. And we'll see what happens here.
Well, Lincoln's sitting on only 4. Grunder back out to Morris. Isaiah in the corner. Back to Cannon. Cannon, top of the key, hands to Bryson. Bryson fumbled it a little bit. Back out now to Bowers. Isaiah makes the move, picked up his dribble back to Titus. 1.5 minutes to go. Railers still down 4. Grunder's going to take it in. Throws it up, won't go down. Grunder with a nice little acrobatic move there. And Grunder will go to the line, shooting 2.
All right. This is what you like to see as well, Jeff. Going to the line, try to put some points on the board with the clock stopped, down by 4.
1:28 left. Grunder, the free throw on the way. Looked good. Grunder with 7. 22-19. On the way, good again.
Good job by Grunder, making both free throws.
22-20, we need another one of those turnovers. Railers have really extended the pressure, but Glenwood does a nice job of breaking it. Now in the front court, Ahern dumps into Hansbrough. Ball loose on the floor.
Got it.
Isaiah's got it. Gets it over to Grunder. Railers with the turnover.
All right, we can tie it or take the lead right here, Jeff. Just over a minute to go in this overtime.
Bowers over to Bryson.
Everybody on the edge of their seat right now. Every pass, everybody's following.
1 minute. Grunder down the lane. Stops. Turns. Back out now to Cannon. 22-20 in overtime. Cannon to Grunder. Again, Grunder down the lane. Throws it up off the glass. Wouldn't go down. Rebound down to Glenwood. Ahead. Ballman. goes in. The layup is good.
Got to get back on D.
24-20, Grunder's three. That's no good. Rebound tracked down, out of bounds, off of Glenwood. 26 seconds to go. Glenwood up 4, 24-20 in overtime. Ben had a good look at that three, but Glenwood got the rebound and raced down court. Inbound to Cannon. Back to Bryson. Three on the way. Rebound, no. Grunder fights away with it.
Grunder.
And a rebound comes down to Grunder. Rebound foul is going to be called on Hanlon. That's his fourth.
Grunder able to sneak in there and get under the defender and grab that offensive rebound. He'll go back to the line for one in the bonus.
Grunder at the line, 20.3 to go. Grunder with 8. On the way, got it. Grunder brings it to a one-possession game at 24-21.
If he makes it here, I think Lincoln will call a timeout. Get some press set up.
Grunder, got it. Timeout Lincoln. We'll keep it here. 20.3 to go, 24-22. So after the Railers start the overtime period, Scott 1 for 5. The junior Ben Grunder has kept Lincoln in this game, hitting 4 in a row.
4 in a row, and that's huge right there. And, you know, just him being that aggressive under the basket, he kept it alive down there after the miss to, you know, go back to the line. And 20 seconds to go. Down by 2. Lincoln with 7 fouls. Glenwood with 9. Let's see what they draw up here. You foul him quick.
So the Railers, they can afford to foul if it only sends them to the line for 1 and 1.
Right.
So they'd have to make it. But again, that steal would be key. Both teams with 1 timeout left. Hansbrough, the freshman, will be inbounding. Be 24-22, Glenwood with a 2-point lead. Here we go. Hansbrough inbounds, gets it into Ballman. Back now to Hansbrough. Over to A. Heron. And a foul is going to be whistled on the Railers. And it'll send A. Heron to the line shooting free throws. 1 of 3 on the night from the line.
And the first one's key. You know, you missed that first one, you're down by 2. Got 1 timeout left.
Here we go. Free throw is up, and it is good.
Still 1 possession game.
25-22 with 15.7 to go. Big here. On the way. Oh, he missed it.
Now let's get it up the court. Call timeout.
Railers down 3. Isaiah over to Bryson with 8 seconds. Isaiah's 3 on the way. Almost banked in. Ball loose. Tipped around. It's Glenwood that comes out of there with it. And a rebound to Hansbrough with 1.1 seconds to go.
Had a look. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Foul on Zach Morris, his 4th. Well, 1.1 to go. Hansbrough, the freshman, steps to the line. Railers down 3. If he makes it, it gets real difficult. But you got to be ready if he misses it. Free throw on the way. Got it.
That seals it right there. 4-point game.
26-22. Freshman steps up, second one on the way. Missed it. Isaiah, 3/4 court on the way. Off the backboard. And this one's a final. In overtime, Chatham Glenwood knocks off Lincoln. Final score of 26-22. Railers fall to 11-6, 5-2 in the conference. Glenwood now 8-10, 3-5 in Central State 8 play. Final in overtime, Glenwood 26, Lincoln 22. We'll be back with the Josh Komnick Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center post-game show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
And, you know, just the atmosphere and just, you know, being Glenwood, you want to win this, but
Railers fall in overtime tonight. Final score of 26-22 as they drop to 11-6 on the season. And we're joined now by Coach Neil Alexander. And Coach, we're just talking to Scott. It is only one loss. It seems like more than that. Lincoln certainly had the opportunities. The way the game was being played, you knew it was going to be a low-scoring game. And just nothing fell when it needed to. And in the end, Glenwood made the plays when they needed to get the win.
No doubt, you know, and again, from the free throw line, I don't know what we were, but it 3 of 8, 9.
6 of 11, and started the overtime 1 of 5. 1
of 5. You don't win any game shooting free throws like that. I harp on the kids that you're going to win 6 to 8 games the whole season, and we're 0 for 2 on a couple of them that we should have won if we hit free throws. So I'm not saying that would have won it, but we had some things that, you know, scoring 22 points is, you know, for a high school team is, you know, we're lack of focus. We've spread the floor to try to get to the basket, and we don't want to take opportunities to do that. And it's just we'll keep trying. We'll keep working on things to try to find ways to get our kids to score. But we had some open shots. You got to hit open shots if you're going to win basketball games. And I'm sure our free throw or our field goal percentage wasn't very good either. So, we just have to keep plugging away.
Coach, it seemed obvious that Chatham was going to, employ we're going to make you chase us, we're going to slow it down. We've seen them do that before, but tonight the Railers had some opportunities for some good traps. And when Glenwood was able to make those passes out of the traps that you'd like to see, and in years past we get the steal, didn't get those tonight either.
No, we had some opportunities there, but I told them in the locker room, our defense is designed for 5 guys to just totally play hard, and we're getting guys who will play hard on the ball. They all play hard at some point, but not all the time. And when they're not playing hard is when they're not picking up the loose balls and things, and this defense has got a lot of holes in it for people not to play hard.
Coach, offensively, we talked about it in the first half. Lincoln got some really good looks, but again, if they don't go down, you can have terrible looks, and it's still the same thing. But you make a couple of those shots, changes the mindset, changes maybe what Glenwood has to do. Is there anything you saw with the shots you got in the first half that you didn't like, other than they just didn't go down?
No, I mean, they're open looks. Those are shots that we, normally year after year we hit. And, there's no doubt that our free throw or our field goal percentage is even down too. And, we have to figure out a way to score out of our defense and score some easy baskets, because we're not getting any. We're playing everybody in a half-court game. And we need to be able to pick up a few points here and there by getting the ball out and getting the ball down. But if you see it, when we start to try to do that, most of the time when we start trying to push, or as people say, run a little bit, we usually throw it in the bleachers. And, you can't do that. So, we've got to work to cover all these areas. And, we're in the middle of January. And here, if we don't get squared away here in the next couple days, we could be 11-11 pretty quick.
Coach, talk a little bit about the play of what we saw to Ben Grunder. It seemed at points, as you talked about in the game, where the Railers had some opportunities down low. They could get it to the basket. It seemed like Ben was the one who was willing to be a little bit more aggressive. And in the overtime, he was the one that kept Lincoln in it as long as they were, hitting all 4 of his free throws because of his aggressive play.
We're going to have to find, I think, now maybe I need to take the blame, but we usually find the guys who can hit the free throws in the clutch and get the ball in their hands, and we haven't done that. And that is why, you know, teams shoot so well down the stretch is they got a smart coach that'll get the guy that can make them get it in his hands. And, you know, Ben proved tonight. From the time here, you know, Ben's learning. Ben is picking up things. He's understanding his role, but he's going to have to become more of an offensive role for us. You know, that we got him taken away, Isaiah, Bryson. So now then the other options have to come into play. And, you know, and Ben's been very, very consistent over the last, you know, since he's been in the lineup and even, you know, coming off the bench. When he came off the bench, he gave us a spark. You know, we got better in a lot of different areas, and you know, we just have to continue to get better. But we got to refocus him a little bit on where he's at and what he has to do.
Coach, you talked about in the next couple days. Well, the Railers, you know, will have the next couple days off thanks to Mother Nature again. So the Railers don't have a game tomorrow night, but that really puts the Railers in a pinch next week in almost an NBA schedule. 4 games over 5 days on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. That's a tough stretch for anybody to ask.
Well, it was tough to come up with a date to play it. We have 10 school days to get the tournament in. This is a tournament. So we had originally thought to use the 27th date that we're scheduled to play MacArthur as the last tournament date. But that would have been 15 days, which is beyond. Really, you take 5 school days or 10 school days, you got a 14-day period because you got the 2 weekends. And it was the 15th day. So really, we're going to play them on Wednesday night and turn around and play them 9 days later. But the other option was to try to move something around to where we picked up the date that's out that we have to make up on February 18th. And we've tried to lighten our load up there to begin with because of, you know, playing Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Tuesday, Friday. Then you go into regional. So we were trying to back off a little bit there, and I wanted to try to keep that date open. So we'll see what happens, but you know, we got to. This team has a hard time scoring, and you know, we have to. It's no secret, and you know, tonight we scored 22 points in overtime, and get beat 4. So they'll guard, but again, both teams were. I think there was 2,049 passes is what I counted, and but both teams are very patient. And, you know, we'll make things happen.
All right, Coach, we'll let you go, and safe travels back to Lincoln. And we'll be back at it Tuesday night down in Rochester, which you've talked about. Rochester's a team that'll play you tough, especially on their home court.
Yeah, there's nobody that we can just say we're going to beat. The people we play, the talent level, the pool, you know, well, it'll be a tough game. That's a tough place to play. It's a tough place to shoot. And right now we're having a tough time shooting. So, you know, we just got to stay with it and go.
All right, Coach. We'll let you go. Again, safe travels. Thanks for coming over. And we'll see you Tuesday down in Rochester.
Okay.
Railers fall 26-22 in overtime. We'll wrap it up in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Lincoln Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 and streaming live at WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Corey Leonard, AAA Window Siding and Doors, The Carpet House, Lincoln Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Lincoln IGA, Fifth Street Food Mart, Timbercrest Veterinary Service, the Lincoln Park District, Rick Ham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln College, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, St. Clara's Manor, Eaton Corporation, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, Headline Salon LLC, Citizens to elect Kevin Bateman for Lincoln Mayor, Family Custom Cleaners, Laundry, Tanning and U-Haul, Denise Costello Salon at 416 Holly Drive. Gary's Drywall, Finishing, Painting, and Power Washing. Connect Construction. Lincoln Dare. AG Farms. And by Stuffed Pizza.